What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Tap. If you've never joined us before, my name is Michael, and this is John. How are you doing today, John?
Doing great. Excited. We got a beautiful game of football going on right now. We've got my boy Terry McLaurin apparently lighting it up. I haven't seen a single snap yet, so I feel bad. But excited to watch some more football this weekend.
Yeah, me too. Me too. We're actually going to be going to a game live and in person. It's been a minute.
Get to see Josh Allen live, Kind of
Tua,
excited.
baby.
I like Tua too, but hey.
Josh and Jalen Waddle. What?
And Jalen Waddle, I'll take that.
I've seen Josh Allen.
I'm glad
You've seen Josh Allen.
I've seen Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen Josh Allen. Pretty sure we went to a Bucs game or a Bills game. I mean, a while ago.
It was a Chargers game.
Oh yeah, we did. We saw Justin Herbert wasn't there.
No.
But yeah, so anyways, super excited for that. Guys, real quick, we are doing our injuries and news updates for week 2. But before we do, if you guys could do us a favor, subscribe to this channel, like the video. Also, if you're listening to us via the audio form, if you could leave us a review, 5 stars, that would be amazing. Also, don't forget to join the Discord. That link to do that is in the description.
Ooh, yeah, guys, join that Discord. Let's keep it pumping up, keep it fun. Get in there and make sure you don't miss any of these other injury updates if anything happens after this is recorded, because you will be getting all of the updates in that Discord.
Yep. So currently, real quick update, Terry McLaurin, he's caught 5 balls for 50 yards and a touchdown. Woo.
Like it.
I sat him for Antonio Brown, so hopefully that pays off. Speaking of Antonio Brown, we'll just jump right into the news. His cousin, Marquise Brown, was sidelined on Thursday with an ankle injury. So coming off a good game, if you are the Marquise Brown owner, keep an eye on that going into the weekend. See what happens on Friday. See, if it should be a shootout of a game. Should be. 2 high-powered offenses and 2 solid defenses as well. So should be a good game there. So just keep an eye out for that. Also, the Ravens made a couple moves. Devonta Freeman has been activated from the practice squad to the active roster. So we've got Latavius Murray, Tyson Williams, and Devonta Freeman on the roster. And Harbaugh even said that all the backs are going to get a lot of touches.
All the backs will get some work. It's a hodgepodge of completely random players that no one in their right mind expected any of these guys to be playing or getting any play time. Not before J.K. Dobbins went down. Wow.
Yeah.
Devonta Freeman. What if Devonta Freeman ends up as a running back 1 on the week just out of vulturing 2 touchdowns?
I could see it, but Latavius Murray could do it too, and so could Tyson. I mean, it's
so
all
out of the three of them, who are you playing at this point?
I think Latavius Murray. First game and he had 10 rushing attempts. It's a lot. And I think he's going to be the better back. So I think eventually he slides into that 1 spot. But I also think that Tyson will have a respectable game as well. So I'd be, he's okay for a flex, I think, this week. Not touching Devontae. I mean, I'd pick him up maybe to have if I'm really, really shallow on my roster at running back, but I'm not really interested in Devontae right now. He's an old guy. We've seen what he could do, and it's not good.
Not excited.
Also, before we move on from the Ravens, Ronnie Stanley should miss or is expected to miss multiple games with an ankle injury. He is expected to miss this week, so keep an eye out for that. That is a monster hole to fill.
Definitely something that's going to be affecting that running game. He's obviously the reason they lost Orlando Brown, being that team's best left tackle. So gonna hurt the run game, gonna hurt Lamar this week. Do you think it's any real effect going into it? Does that make you scared
for starting Lamar?
Starting Lamar, or any of those running backs in that flex position?
I mean, it's not giving me the warm fuzzies. I'm fine with Lamar. I mean, he's gonna probably get more rushing work, you know, probably be more under pressure and stuff like that. As far as the running backs go, I mean, like I said, Latavius Murray and Tyson Williams are the only two I might be interested in this week, as flex options. Maybe low end. One of them pops in as a low end running back too, depending on how the touches go. Jamal Williams, he was limited on Thursday with a chest injury, as well as DeAndre Swift was limited with a groin injury. So something to keep an eye on. I think there's going to be, garbage time for this team, and no Tyrell Williams. He is in concussion protocol still. Who's Jared Goff gonna throw it to? He's got to throw to those running backs. He did it last week, and hopefully he does it again this week. I actually have Jamal Williams starting as long as he's healthy.
Oh, I like that. I like both those running backs, even though they banged up or limited in practice, does not mean that they're not going to come into the week and have productive days in garbage time or even just big breakaway runs. They swap in and out pretty often, so they stay fresh. So
yeah,
I like Jamal Williams a lot.
And then Preston Williams, he's looking like he's going to play in week 2 versus the Bills. Unless you're in a really deep league, there's no reason to start him. And then lastly, for the Dolphins, Will Fuller was absent from practice on Thursday. However, it was a personal issue and it was not injury related. So we should see Will Fuller there Sunday for his Dolphins debut.
Should see him. Hopefully it's a great game.
Yeah.
I want to see a Will Fuller touchdown. I want to see a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Yeah.
Maybe they both catch it at the same time and walk it into the end zone.
Will Fuller catches it right before the end zone. He hands it off to Jalen Waddle. Bam. Then he runs it in.
Maybe.
It's highly scripted.
Yes. Jonnu Smith for the Patriots was limited with a hip injury there and went on in New England. If he doesn't play, Hunter Henry, he is not owned very much. So keep an eye out for him. See if he's on your waiver wire if you need a tight end this week. Odell Beckham, he is not going to be playing in week 2. He's still recovering from the offseason surgery. So if you're the Odell Beckham owner, throw him on that bench. Throw him in the IR spot too, if you're allowed to, and then pick up somebody else. Speaking of the Browns, Jedrick Wills, he was sidelined on Wednesday with, I believe, an ankle injury from the game. It was on Wednesday. There are no updates as of Thursday. So just watch out for that. I mean, it's a pretty big part of their offensive line, the younger guy there. So just watch out for that. Even if he doesn't go, though, it's not like you're fading Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt or anything. But it could hinder their performance a smidge.
Yeah.
So
a little bit.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, Demarcus Lawrence for the Dallas Cowboys will be out multiple weeks due to a foot fracture. And he did have surgery today or on Thursday. And then also their other defensive end, Randy Gregory, is on the COVID list and not expected to play. So that's their 2 best pass rushers. That's going to be nice for Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I think Justin Herbert's going to have a huge game now. I was expecting a lot anyways going against Dallas, and having more time in the pocket to be able to have those plays develop all over it. I love Justin Herbert so much this week.
Yeah. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport believes that Jerry Jeudy's high ankle sprain will be closer to 6 weeks. Originally it was reported 4 to 6 weeks. He's thinking it's going to be closer to 4 or 6. So, are you going to drop Jerry Jeudy, John? Jeudy, John?
Absolutely not, because he's someone that if you drop, he's going to get picked up right away. So
even if they don't have even no IR spot on your league?
I mean, we're talking, it depends. Bench spots are different in every league. If you're only running like a 5 bench standard roster, then yeah, it might be worth dropping him. But just understand that he's not going to be there when he comes back from injury, and you're giving up on him for the season at that point. I don't think you're dropping him.
Let's see. We talked about Lions, Tyrell Williams. He is still in concussion protocol, and Coach Dan Campbell is not optimistic that he will be there for week 2 against the Packers. Texans tight end Pharaoh Brown. He has an ankle. Wow, excuse me. An ankle and a shoulder injury. And he remained sidelined on Thursday. I know, John, that was your stream of the week, I believe.
No, he was a waiver wire pickup.
Waiver wire. Yes.
I said you could watch him this week and see if he gets 5 targets again. He's not gonna. It's obviously not gonna happen now, but
not necessarily. He could come back and still get targets.
Yeah. Not hyped on it.
Josh Jacobs, he was sidelined on Thursday. He was getting over that illness. He also has a toe injury and an ankle injury. It's rough over there and for Josh Jacobs. But keep an eye out on that. Watch that. I know Josh Jacobs wasn't somebody. He was getting slept on originally, and then kind of got hyped up right before season. So keep an eye out on that if you are the Josh Jacobs owner. Unfortunately, the Saints,
Kenyon Drake now? Josh Jacobs misses Kenyon Drake in
him in? I think even with Josh Jacobs there, he was usable on
he was
especially in, obviously PPR leagues. If you're not in any standard league, but he's definitely somebody I want to, if I own, I would consider flexing him depending on my other options. Or low end, if you went 0 RB and he's one of them, you might be able to get 10 points out of him. And potentially even more if Josh Jacobs isn't there. Tom Pelissero reported that 5 Saints assistant coaches have tested positive for COVID-19. This has to be on your radar, folks. If with the new rules, they will just call a game off and the people who have COVID will forfeit. So keep an eye out for that. I know Michael Thomas was put on, he's obviously on the IR, but he was also put on the COVID list. So just watch and monitor this closely, because if this gets out of hand, then there could be a potential no game. So watch for that. Eric Ebron, he was added to the Steelers injury report on Thursday. He was not practicing with a hamstring injury. I was going to make Pat Freiermuth my streaming tight end of the week. But I didn't, because they have a lot of pass catchers there. And then obviously Eric Ebron at the time was okay. If he's out, and you're desperate for a tight end or you need a tight end, Pat Freiermuth, I think you slot him in there. And then let's see. All right. Trenton Cannon. He was just on the Ravens, but he is no longer. He was claimed by the 49ers. So it throws another running back into that mix.
Oh, what a lovely group. Does this give any confidence to Trey Sermon or Elijah Mitchell if they're picking up Trenton Cannon?
Well, I believe Eli Mitchell was also on special teams, if I'm not mistaken, from what I was reading. So it sounds like they might have grabbed him for special teams, potentially. So could be. I still think it's Eli Mitchell right now, at least for this week. And then I think we see Trey Sermon start to get a roll. And then this is a cluster. The Buccaneers backfield. Bruce Arians said that they're all 3 are quote unquote starters: Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, and Giovanni Bernard. I hate this backfield.
It's terrible because usually when you hate a backfield, it's because everyone's so bad. And here everyone's so okay that you'd love to play them, but you know that, hey, it's very, very likely that it's not my guy.
Yeah, it's Russian roulette.
But you're still only getting, it's not a Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb situation. So, hey.
It can be. I mean, it can be. Like, every once in a while, you might get that.
If Tom Brady wants to run the ball, then, hey, each one of those guys can get 20 carries, and they probably will still win the game.
They have talked about running the ball this week more.
They have.
So, I mean, maybe. Are you comfortable with starting or flexing Rojo or Fournette? Giovanni Bernard to me is not. I'm not. Definitely not.
I played Ronald Jones last week. out of just a random, hey, I didn't want to play Darnell Mooney, so I was like, you know what, maybe Ronald Jones will get me 7 points. I didn't expect a lot. He did not. He got me negative points. That is the exact opposite. It would have been better if I left that position open.
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested in starting any of them because I know if I play Leonard Fournette this week, because I have a league where I've got both of them, I know Ronald Jones is going to have like a 20-point day.
All right. How about this? How about this? You start Rojo and I'll start Leonard Fournette. That way, with that mindset, Rojo will not do anything and Leonard Fournette will give me points.
Awesome. I like it. Let's do it. We'll figure it out.
Let's get over to the Jets. These are our last two pieces of news, major news that we have. Mekhi Becton will undergo knee surgery and will be sidelined for 1 to 2 months. That's a big hit to that line, size-wise and play-wise. I mean, that's young guy, massive, huge man.
He was their team's best offensive lineman, and Zach Wilson was already running around a lot last weekend. So going up against the Patriots this week is going to be very, very rough for a majority of that offense.
Yeah, I agree. And then finally, Jamison Crowder. He was removed from the COVID list. Are you comfortable with playing Jamison Crowder? Okay.
Not touching any Jet, especially if they have no offensive line.
No Corey Davis?
No Corey Davis.
No garbage time?
No, I don't trust the garbage time.
Okay. I think Corey Davis is probably the only one I'd consider on that team right now. But
I just feel like I think I'd rather take shots on something else, I think. Unless you're in like a really deep roster. I mean, if you're in a deep dynasty league and Corey Davis is sitting on the bench or the waivers, yeah, definitely play him. Or definitely pick him up. But there's better options.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our news, injuries, and updates episode. That's all we got. That is it. Hopefully that next week we don't have to do one because everybody in the NFL is healthy.
Oh, wow. That'd
be nice. Danny Dimes is like running the ball right now. He just had a 50-yard touchdown, rushing touchdown. Holy crap. Jeez almighty. He's got like 75 yards rushing right now. That's crazy. And 2 rushing touchdowns. Anyways, people, we got to go. We've got to do our next episode for you guys, which is our weekly breakdown. If you haven't checked that out yet, go check it out. It'll be up in a couple hours. All right, people. John, you got anything to say to him?
Make sure you guys enjoy the Thursday night game and then get ready for another jam-packed weekend. And definitely check out that episode that's getting ready to get shot, because if you're going into Sunday, you're going to want to know who to play. It's the best time to figure it out. I'll see you guys next time.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Peace.